What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So we need to quickly talk about what happened with AMC today, whether it was the actual market open, the pre-market, all of the movement, and what I think the movement actually was, and where it ended up getting to. So there's a lot of things that happened today, and we need to get into a ton of that. I'm not going to go into crazy detail and give you guys a 20-minute, 30-minute video, but I will go into what I think will happen, in the future. What I predicted for yesterday, and actually talked to some friends about it, and some family members about it, and really the price action as well. So before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description. It does help out the channel a ton, whether that's the credit card links, you want to join up, credit card and, get a bigger bonus, you can definitely do that. Or if you want to join as a channel member, you can definitely do that. That's a link in the description, and the Discord group is there as well. Now we're seeing AMC fluctuate. I've seen it go from 2% up to now being 0.1% down. You went from green to red. But we're going to talk about what happened earlier, and we're going to also talk about what we're seeing now, because this movement does look a little bit ridiculous. But we've seen in the pre-market that it did end up starting at a really decent point. I tweeted out this morning, and if you didn't see the tweet, I'll actually go into the tweet now. I tweeted out this morning, they say the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. AMC, hold my beer. Because if you didn't see where they started, they started at that $28 mark, really jumping to 30 something dollars. I think it jumped to like 30 plus dollars, somewhere around that $32 mark. And we were like, wow, this is crazy to see that growth. We didn't even have to wait for the market open to see that growth. And when it opened, it ended up opening up at $31.59. So we thought this was going to be a really, really good day. Did jump all the way up to $36, decreased a little bit, and then jumped even, not even higher, but somewhere up in that $36 mark where it resisted again. But instantly after that, it fell down quite hard, down to about $30, to where it did recover a little bit back up to about $34. Didn't really see that full recovery. And all you seen was things that were indicating a downtrend. You started seeing these lower lows. You see these lower highs. Everything that's creating here was nothing but a downtrend, no matter if it crossed back over the 200 EMA or not, which you did not see that happen. You've seen that crossover, and then it stayed below it. It did get to it and then bounced off of it again. Got all the way down to $24, way lower than where it was. And people were like, what is this? Are we seeing whales that are selling off? Are we seeing, shorting that's going through? Are we seeing a lack of buying? And it was a little of everything. We've seen about 600 million shares worth of volume, but it went downhill, which is absolutely crazy. I was up at one point, I think it was like 15K, 16K. And, the total market value was somewhere up in that 20 plus thousand, dollar mark. But you're seeing this stair step on the way down, and then it got all the way down to about 24, to where it did bounce a little bit, hoping for that recovery, but it didn't have that recovery. It consolidated, fell down a little more, and then increased over to $28.46. All right, so as we look into the rest of this, the rest of the day, it really started to settle, and then it fell down. So when we looked at this overall situation, we were just like, what is going on here today? Are we going to see any type of positivity? What's happening with this downward movement? Why are we seeing it? Are they whales that are selling off? And like I said, it's a little of everything. We can tell you that there's still shorts that are going through. This was not the squeeze. This is not the squeeze. Yesterday wasn't the squeeze. Today, as we've seen that go up to 36, was not the squeeze. We're seeing a massive amount of buying that is going through, and now we're seeing some people that are selling. And then we're also seeing the shorts still go through as people are buying, just to basically, stop them from moving. There's not a lot of shorts that have been covered, and if they are covering those shorts, they're partnering them with more shorts. We can go into some of the information here, which we won't be able to see, what happened today, but we can get a picture of what they're actually doing even on high volume days. You can see that 700 million shares went through yesterday, but 212 million, which is what I said in my last video, was that I guarantee we see 200 plus million short shares that go through here. And that's exactly what we've seen. 212 million short shares that went through. That's 30% short volume ratio. We're going to see the same thing today. We've seen 600 million shares that went through. I would imagine that we're probably going to see somewhere north of 30, maybe 32, 35% short volume ratio. So ultimately, we can look at this and say, well, like, is it just that? Is it the shorts that are going through? No, it's way more than that. You look at this and see that people are actually selling some of these. So this is why I say that, you can look at the predictions of things and say that it depends on what happens. Some of these might end up being some whales. It's way too quick or slow of movement to basically say that it is all shorts that are going through. But you probably see some of these large moves that are actually shorted shares that are continuing to push down. But then some of these, slower movements that you do see here probably partnered shorts with a lot of the sell orders that are going through. Also, fear. So you create a lot of different things while you end up shorting the position or getting so high to where people have these gains. Think about it in this way. So if you had, $100,000 of a gain and you see that gain, you're really excited about that gain. Do you want that to go away? No, you don't. So what they're going to end up doing, those people will basically set maybe that stop loss somewhere, or they'll probably basically say, all right, well, you know what? I feel like it's going to go down, so I'm going to sell my position and then get back in at the low, which they could have possibly done, and they could have done perfectly. Most people don't. But then as they do that, they're bringing this down more and more. So it's creating fear. It's the shorts that are going through. It's the lack of buying because the price is falling. They're waiting for that low point. And that's really what you see. And yes, we're going to see that squeeze end up happening. But ultimately, the prediction that I have for the squeeze is that you can say, is it going to get to $2,000, $10,000, $100,000? I keep getting this question saying, is it realistic? It's only realistic if the whales end up taking care of this. If you're a person that holds 20,000 shares, 30,000 shares, 40,000 shares, or whatever, you're a person that is going to control the overall situation. So that prediction that I end up having every time I think about $1,000, $2,000, where it can actually get to, it really depends on what the whales can do. What every single whale will basically do with their money. Are they going to sell off everything? Or, if you're a person that's inexperienced and you end up being one of those whales, you're probably one of those people that might end up selling off your position. And I'm not trying to create any type of fear at all. I just want to let everybody understand what it could be. I want you to be as successful as possible. Anybody that is watching me, I want you to be as successful as possible. And this is the way that we do that. We understand the overall situation. We understand what will happen and, what the full prediction will be. I'm thinking we can easily get to $1,000, $2,000, right? We can get to those points with this full squeeze. However, 100K means that everything has to go perfectly. This 500K prediction means that everything has to go perfectly. Also, market cap comes into play. You understand that this is worth more than what the overall stock market is worth, which could be a possibility. You could get to that point, but it could also affect the market in a really, really negative way. And I never want that to happen. So anyways, let me know your opinion on what AMC is doing. Let me know, everything that you have to put into this situation, this overall position and where it's going to go. But I had a strong feeling that it was going to go to like $50 today, but there was a lot of downward or negative activity that went into the position that's pushing it down and continues to fluctuate between being down and being up. So let me know your opinion. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description. It does help the channel out a ton. But that's it, guys. I'm going to have to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.